Hello my friends, my name is WeeAddy and welcome back to Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. So, previously we completed the hero mode, so now it's time to move on to the dark story, play with Shadow, Eggman and Erosion, see how these characters come together and just learn what makes them tick, learn what makes their motives what they are, and just, yeah, we'll just get into this. Prison Island 2102.
Intruder alert. Intruder alert. Security breach at gate 3. Intruder has been located in the north quadrant and is moving in the direction of the underground base. All units prepare to engage. Emergency battle formations. Standard battle procedures initiated. Locate and stop the intruder from entering security area. This is not a drill. Repeat, this is not a drill.
I love that stock explosion they have just overlaid.
Let's take a look at what my
There it is.
grandfather was working on. A top-secret military weapon. The military shut down the research because they feared it.
Eggman, what? I couldn't hear you over all the music. It was a bit too loud. Yes, the audio doesn't get any better. The audio in the levels isn't bad. I mean, it's just cutscenes, purely cutscenes, and I don't know why that is. But I'm not here to judge. We go on about the audio every single episode. So, welcome back to Sonic Adventure 2. So, as you can see right off the bat, already we are doing the exact same gameplay that we've already come to know from Tails. So, as I mentioned before, or maybe I haven't, I don't remember, the game is split up into 3 different gameplay types, and I think that's pretty good. Like, with 6 characters and, you know, 2 of each, like, hero and dark, 2 of each, like, type of character, good guys and bad guys. You've got the same gameplay style being repeated throughout with the same mechanics, like, pretty much 100%. Maybe, like, slight differences here and there, but I think that's purely just in the abilities you can pick up along the level. So, they don't need to, like, waste resources making 6 different types like they did in Sonic Adventure of gameplay. They can just reuse 3 of them and double them up and make 2 really good good and dark side stories. And I think that's a much better approach than what they did in Adventure 1. And I quite like it. I quite like it. Especially because, like, it gives you more time with each gameplay style to really get to know it and enjoy it for what it is. That said, you may have also noticed that, unlike in Sonic's story, we have started out with Eggman, the shooting McDoodah. Ooh! And we can see that we've got a little laser in there that we can come back and get later. I will be going over all the power-ups in the game later down the line once we have, like, the game completed. Once I beat Dark Story, I'm gonna do an episode where I go through and show you where everything is, even the things I've already gotten, and then we're gonna do the final story and missions and yada yada yada. Where am I going? Why am I over here? This is a completely, like, separate bonus thing. I don't need to be doing this right now. Okay, camera please. There we go. So yeah, like, even though the gameplay styles repeat and they're not, it's like just exactly a copy and paste between stories, it's still good because the levels are not reused. The themes might be reused, like Prison Island, for example. Like, there's 2 Prison Island levels, so they both look the same thematically. They are different in layout, so that is good. And same with, like, Sonic and Shadow, they will have similar level themes and layouts, but not, like, a one-to-one. Like, you won't have Shadow playing City Escape, you won't have Shadow playing Metal Harbor. Shadow has his own levels, Eggman has his own levels. It's still very well done, and I think that Adventure 2 is quite good for that regard. As well as the fact that all 3 gameplay styles are much better refined in this game than they were in Adventure 1. So I've talked about it before, like, Sonic is the high-speed action-adventure platforming kind of levels, and I think in this game his mechanics are just a lot more refined, whereas Tails and Eggman are basically Gamma's shooting levels from Adventure 1, and again, a lot more refined in my opinion. Now, the thing about Gamma was it was fun to just, like, run through the level and just spam the button to shoot at everything because it was time-based, and shooting enemies got you time score. In this game you don't need to do that, so it kind of slows the gameplay down a bit, which you don't really want from a Sonic game. But you have to realize as well that you're not playing as Sonic. This is not what these characters are meant to be. The fact that we got to play as Eggman at all was something that most people would never even imagine back in the day. So, you know what? I think this is a decent compromise. As for Tails, it is rather unfortunate that he gets a downgrade from running around as a platforming adventure type character and gets reduced down to a mech only, but unfortunately, for the sake of gameplay, it has to happen. And I don't think it's a bad thing necessarily. Like, Tails is known to fuck around with mechs and stuff like that there, so transforming the tornado into a mech makes total sense to me. The only thing I wish they did was show him creating the mech out of the tornado, because then it would have been maybe made a bit more sense to people. Actually, I've just said that when I realized that as he's flying the tornado to Prison Island, he transforms it. That's not what I mean. I mean, like, him, like, manufacturing it into the tornado so that you know that it can transform and not just go, what? Why? Why does that happen? I don't know. The point is, the gameplay mechanics may be reused, and they may not be as good or have as much purpose as they did before, but they're still decent. I don't know why people think they're bad. They're not bad. They're not flawed. They're just different. They're not what you expect, but it's a different character, so it shouldn't be what you expect. Why would you want 3 characters to all play exactly the same, is my point. Anyway, cutscene. So now we get to find out
So
what...
this is the military's top secret weapon. It's a lot smaller than I expected. Enter user data. Enter password.
So as you can imagine, this all takes place before
Password
Sonic's
is
story.
Maria. Now all I have to do is to place the Chaos Emerald into this console.
Man, I love Mike Pollock's voice, but Dean Bristow is a really good, like, first Eggman they could have got. Like, even in Adventure 1, where everyone's voices were horrible, like, he did a good job. And then David Humphrey, is that his name? Who does Shadow? Really solid Shadow as well. But I have to say, like, I love my Jason Griffith.
Trying to spoil my plans again.
I just realized.
Wait a minute. You're not Sonic. This is impossible.
The shadow behind Shadow in the background
Shadow,
is a completely different pose.
since you were so kind to release me, my master,
Look,
I will grant
it's
you
still
one
there,
wish.
it's just not moving.
Now what?
It's a bit of an oversight.
True power I possess.
Yeah, his opening dialogue is not, like, the best, but Shadow gets definitely much more intense and epic as the game goes on. And this is our first experience with Shadow, a boss fight, so we don't even get to learn the controls before we're thrust into battle. That kind of sucks. But it is fundamentally just Sonic reskinned, which is a perfect reason as to why Shadow is A-okay to be an Echo Fighter as Sonic in in Smash Bros. Ultimate. Damn it, I missed. If I can get on top of these crits, I can get this boss fight done a lot quicker. There we go. Land on it, damn it, damn it, damn it! Ah! Okay, I'm a little bit out of practice, but that's okay. Wait, don't, okay. Oh, okay. Let me up! Oh, there we go! Just about. Huh, too easy for me.
Pathetic human.
No, okay, that's a different boss fight. But there we go, nice and simple. It's basically the exact same boss fight as Sonic's. You'll get reused boss fights a lot.
Robot was spectacular. So, Shadow, you are the military's top secret weapon. But what did you mean when you said you will grant me a wish?
Bring more Chaos Emeralds.
Shadow, wait!
I'll be waiting for you in the central control room on the Space Colony Ark.
Ark.
I always love that really, like, exaggerated, like, ha! When he slams the mech for no reason afterwards. And we've already seen this cutscene in the hero story, so we're gonna go ahead and skip that for no reason. And we're playing Dry Lagoon. So basically, as you can assume, our third gameplay style of the treasure hunting is now to Rouge. Also, fuck this level for one thing. This fucking turtle bastard making these annoying sounds. You have to kill these guys so this turtle will pop back out of his shell. And then you use him to traverse from this side of the level to another part of the level. Clever mechanic, but this thing makes the most annoying noises known to mankind. For a game made in like 2001. But anyway, Rouge has some like pretty nifty levels. Again, her gameplay is exactly the same as Knuckles. They glide, they dig when you find the power-ups, and they track down pieces of the Master Emerald because she is also a treasure hunter. Ooh, okay. As well as Knuckles is, well, no, I think, was Knuckles always a treasure hunter, or was that only sort of like made for the purposes of this game? Like to be like, oh yeah, like he hunts treasure. Like Rouge definitely does. But like, Knuckles is known to be one as well, but like, doesn't ever really do it. All he does is just sit by the Master Emerald because that's his job. But I mean, what can you do? He needs some sort of character. Okay, let me get on this turtle because I think the next pieces are going to be on the other side. So we got to go through here. If you just dive in the water, you're not going to get here. Okay, we got a yellow symbol. here maybe? No, over here maybe? No, okay, over here maybe. Yes, this looks about right. I was wrong. Down here? Ah, yes. Where are you? There! In the shrubbery. So as you can see as well that I'm not using the hints, because if I use the hints then my score goes down. And this last one will be there. I did that really quick actually. And again, like, people complain about the Knuckles and Rouge gameplay being bad. The only thing I can see about it being bad is the radar doesn't work the same way as Adventure 1, where you can see all 3 emeralds at any given time. I think that is the only thing about Adventure 1 that is better than Adventure 2 in terms of the gameplay. In my opinion, I think Knuckles and Rouge would be brilliant as action-adventure platformer levels like Sonic, but with the glide mechanics and the climbing mechanics and the digging mechanics, and also maybe still finding the pieces of the emeralds. That might be a bit harder, but
Find my hidden base inside this pyramid. Let's take care of business here first, then get inside.
I can't hear you over the fire! Okay, so they had like mini cutscene inside the level, so that time the level had really bad audio, but my god. No, I really like this level. Like, this is one of those levels where it's like, I hate like pyramid levels and sandy levels because it's just kind of like, I don't like the dull like brown aesthetic everywhere. Like, sand is just kind of dull and it's always insta-kill, so it sucks. I pressed A. I did! That's it. I always thought this level was really cool, like Eggman traversing to his base. Like, that's a neat little idea. And there's a little thing over there which is kind of unique. But we can't do that right now. That's part of a mission later on that we can do. I will be going through all the missions once we beat the game entirely. And we're going for all the emblems and stuff. Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm pressing A, I swear to God! Anyway, can we please try this again? Yes, I think this game... Oh, okay, hold on. Okay. Right. I think this game doesn't get the credit it deserves. It was definitely like a fantastic game whenever it came out. Like, people loved it. As far as I'm... Oh! Am I just dyslexic with my fingers now? Do my fingers no longer work? Do buttons no longer correlate to the hand things on my thumbs? My fingers and my thumbs are all fucking bubblegums? I don't know. Yay, there we go. We're jumping. We're platforming. We're doing a good job. Much better, Eggman. Good. I know you're heavy. I know it might be difficult for you to do that physical act. Don't you push me in! It's... Oh, the one thing I can complain about in terms of the control scheme of these mechs is trying to rotate. It sucks ass and it can lick my balls. Oh! Like, look at that. I was doing this, and as I try to move, he doesn't rotate. The bastard just doesn't rotate. Just please, if you're gonna put this gameplay style back in, which you probably could, just make the handling a bit better. Ah, fuck! I'm not doing this on purpose. I swear to God. The problem is, with any video game, once you've done a part enough times, you get impatient. So you try to get through it faster. What was that? I didn't even hold left. I would put hand cam on, but that is stupid. Why would you want hand cam for this game where you're not really gonna be focusing on my fuck you. I'm not dying here again. Ooh, I'll take that balloon. Yay. Much better. Well done, ladies and gentlemen. We made it through that part together, like seeing human beings. I love how I'm trying to praise the game and its mechanics and its gameplay, and then all the game does in return is say, fuck you, Adam. How dare you give me praise for a game that's 15-something years old. My God, all I'm trying to do is be nice to you, game, because people used to like you, and then all of a sudden, a bunch of internet bandwagoners decided, you know what, Sonic Adventure 2, not that good after all. And I'm like, excuse me? I didn't... Like, look at that, right. It's a problem whenever you're shooting and you're trying to target. Like, Eggman goes all over the place, and then, like, he just suddenly... You try to go one direction, and he just starts walking in the complete opposite direction. You need him to go. Okay. So maybe I do have problems with mechanics. It's been a while since I've played. That doesn't mean I don't like the game still. I'm gonna be risky. I nearly died. Yeah, I still think it's a good game despite those flaws. They are just minor flaws, and the only thing you can do is learn from them. Well, it is the game's fault, but at the same time, it's also my fault for not adjusting. No! That's a lot of physical pain right now. I'm gonna stop talking about the controls because, for God's sake, The game doesn't want me to praise it. The game wants to be disliked by the masses on the internet. The game wants to no longer have the reputation it once held of being one of the greatest Sonic games of all time, even though it totally rightfully deserves it. And yeah, the game just has decided, you know what? I want to leave that legacy behind me. I want to be the next Sonic Boom. Isn't that right, game? You want to be the next Sonic Boom Rise of Where? Well, I tell you, you're way too good for that. You don't deserve to be associated with that. I'm sorry that the name Sonic is even associated to that game and makes you look bad in comparison. Trust me, you're much better than that. People adore you. I adore you. Is that not good enough for you? Fuck. Oh god, where am I? Camera? Please. The camera has definitely not aged well. Sometimes you can control it, sometimes you can't. But my god, if sometimes it just completely decides to not exist. Where am I going? Over here? Okay. That's a good way to go. Okay, please. No one dick with me. There's no bottomless pits here. I was literally saying at the start of this level how I like this level, but I hate sand levels because bottomless sand pits of death. And lo and behold, I've fallen into fucking 402 of them. Oh god, is this the moving platform? Yeah, look at that. Whenever you're standing at a standstill and you want to just turn around, like he does this, like he swings one leg over the other and he almost just walks off the edge like a doof. I don't need that in my life. I pressed F! Ah, this is painful to me now. I don't even know why I'm bothering to target all the enemies anymore. Now that I've died, my high score is gone, which means I'm not gonna get an A rank, which means I don't need to lock onto every enemy possible anymore. So, you know what? Fuck me, am I right? I suppose to be fair, dark mode, or dark story is usually considered like I guess the harder levels. Like they're usually, because most people would start with the Sonic story because it's Sonic and his crew. So whenever they're done with that and they've got experience with the game, they move on with the harder levels with the dark story. No, that doesn't necessarily like have to equate that dark story is going to be harder just because it comes after Sonic, but in Heroes, dark story was hardest in Sonic Heroes. So I guess it kind of makes sense that maybe Adventure 2 had it that way too. And that's why, rather than playing the sand level once you get the hover ability, like Tails does, you play it now when all you can do is jump like a fish out of water. Like a Magikarp. Look at me. I'm a Magikarp. I'm a Magikarp with no purpose in life. I've got no trainer. I'm not level 20. I'm certainly not shiny. What am I going to do with my life? Surely not fucking bounce. All I've got is splash. Please, this is the end. I know this is the end. Let me go. Yay! I did it.
Yush!
And with that, this train wreck of an episode is over. Thank you so much for watching, my friends, and I'll see you again next time. Goodbye. What rank did we get in the end? E.
That was too close.
That was trash.